Some years ago, just out of pure interest and fascination, I studied for quite some time astrophysics, doing many university courses in terms, some live and some through the internet. And of the many things I learned, there was one thing that really blew my mind. And that is that from the early times of the Big Bang, we only had mainly two elements. That was the only two elements that were created, hydrogen and helium. It was at a later stage that then we started having the first stars, that basically they were mainly formed by hydrogen burning and emitting light. And when hydrogen burns, uh, it then creates a new element. Just think of it as the ashes or, the smoke, and it becomes helium. So with time, most of the hydrogen is burnt and you are just kept with helium. And in that process, the star starts contracting. Then helium burns, and when you run out of most of the helium, you get another element which is left. Carbon, silica, and so forth. So this process goes on for quite a long time, and also depending how small or how large that star is. Now, so we go from contraction to contraction and the creation of all those elements. Now, yes, the element has lowered its presence a lot and a new one has come, but still there is quite a bit of it that is left behind. So you have all these new elements that have come into force from the original two through the burning of a star. So anyhow, so this contraction becomes now very, very severe till it reaches a point where the star explodes and it becomes a supernova. Now, when it explodes, all these elements are expelled into the atmosphere, into space. And cutting a long story short, they can land on a planet, which is not burning, is not a star. So they land on a planet, and about 6 of them, some of them hydrogen and helium and nitrogen and phosphorus and sulfur, 6 main of them, in our planet, they were the precursors of life. It was from these elements that then the DNA came, and then the first cells were created, and so forth. So when we hear the words, we are made out of stars, it really is true. And so what I'd like to say is this: don't forget that we are made out of stars. So no matter what, smile and keep shining.